If you're like me, you don't even want to turn on the TV these days. It seems like everything that's coming at us are things that just cause fear in our lives. I mean, we've got the coronavirus, which they call COVID-19, and it's been sweeping across the world. And then we've got the stock market. The stock market drops. It was $3 trillion in a week. Or maybe it's just this week, what took place down in Tennessee, with tornado hitting and wiping out cities and killing 24 people. Or even last night, just the continual political stress that's pulling on our nation. Everywhere around us, there's things that cause people fear. And whether it's yourself being afraid or people that you're talking to, we need to address it. We need to work through what is this fear. When I think of fear, one of the things I look at is in the Bible, how many times fear is dealt with. And one of my favorite passages that I go to that is about this was when the Israelites were entering into the promised land after they'd been wandering, and Joshua is handed the leadership of this nation. And in Joshua chapter 1, as he's this young man that's going to be leading the people, he hears from God, and God says this to him: "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." In the midst of all of our fears, we need to have a fear that is worth having, and that's a fear of God. Because when we truly fear God, it's not a fear of God's judgment or his punishment, or it's a fear that honors him. The respect that we are here on this earth and he is not. He is in heaven. He is divine. We are human. One of the things we've been looking at is Ecclesiastes for the last number of weeks. And everything we see in Ecclesiastes is how life on this earth is futile. It's meaningless. It's a chasing after the wind. But at the end of Ecclesiastes, we're told this: "The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man." The one fear we're supposed to have is God. But it's not a fear that says, I can't do anything. It's a fear that says, I can work through anything because I know who God is. In Psalm chapter 27, the author says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is a stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" In the midst of all the things that we are fearing these days, we need to turn to God. And we need to be able to say, I'm going to place in your hands the things that are out of my control. The things that I have no voice in. The things that may just sneak up on me tomorrow because the weather goes crazy. In order to do that, we need to follow what God told Joshua. In Joshua chapter 1, he says this: "This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous. Then you will have success." The answer for Ecclesiastes 12 of the fear of the Lord is that we follow his word and we follow his will. And when we do that, we truly will be able to say, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not fear.